keep it rolling. Ladies first.
Sister Pat, you can introduce yourself to everyone.
Well, thank you. Good afternoon. I am, as Jasmine say, Sister Pat or Patricia Gillette Cook. Just so proud to be here. I have been in education for quite some time, slash home health care in that area for a number of years as well. And a parent for 49 years. So I look forward to being a part of this panel.
Well, I'm Jaron. First and foremost, I'm just a person. But no, I am a husband, a parent, I am a teacher, and I am also a film producer. So yeah, that's pretty much who I am.
My name is Donald Hayes. I am an educator. I teach 8th grade algebra 1 and 2, 4th grade math and science, master's degree in psychology, which is formal, my first passion. And glad to be on the panel today.
Sounds good. Thank you for being here. It's not easy. Parents who work outside the home, how are you handling virtual classes for your children?
I'd like to take that parent one for like 1,000 points.
Okay.
Okay, and first and foremost, I want to go back to the fact that it takes a village, okay, to work through this process. In many cases, there are others in the family who can assist with having to be at a computer with your child, particularly your young children, for a whole day, okay, from 8 to 3. That's why it takes a village, because you do have to reach out, and find ways, be creative, so I don't think there's a clear-cut answer, but there are some options and things that we can look at. A group of parents getting together whose kids was at the same school, and parents take turns, or they hire somebody to put in, some funds, because it's almost impossible for someone, in these days and times with everything going on, to be financially able to do that, to have a tutor, to pay for a tutor. So they got together and they, paid for a tutor together and would have the children at one home, and then they would have a tutor to come in.
Give us a minute. I can go on and on and on, so you really have to time me and tell me to be quiet. But I'm more concerned about the parents at home that have no idea what's going on. I ran into a parent on my way going to lunch just the other day. I was at the pizza place. I taught her kid 8th grade. That kid then went on to 9th grade, but she have 2 kids that are still at that school. I said, Mother, how's everything going? She said, Mr. Hayes, I am so frustrated. And this is the conversation of most of the parents. And that issue really is not being addressed. Parents are not ready for the tech world, especially when you have parents that has been socialized in a community that just didn't provide these kind of necessities. And this is what we face with. This is a dilemma. How are they dealing with the virtual class? They are not dealing with the virtual class. When the pandemic first came out, I was one of the first teachers to walk out. I walked out a week before the CDC even came out with the report. You guys are not taking this serious. Jefferson Parish is not taking this serious. I'll see you later. I'm out of here. And I came back that Friday and she said, Mr. Hayes, you might have a doctor's notice. You might have to have a doctor's notice because you've been out for 5 days. I say, no problem at all. While I'm in the office talking to her, right on television, the CDC report came out saying nobody come to school. She looked at me and laughed and said, I guess we don't need a doctor's statement now. People are not prepared. And then when you throw us in virtual, I say, shoot, I'm back a student again.
I'm coming from this perspective as a parent that works inside of the house with my kids, but I'm also a teacher. I can honestly say I've dealt with the virtual aspect is I've stressed. I've been stressful about it, but it took me about a week to realize that if I'm going to make it to the next phase of this race, I got to pace myself and understand that he feels like he's a student again. I feel like that's the uncomfortable part for everybody. And I think that once we take off our glasses and get off the high horse and realize that we all have a lot to learn, we got to narrow the gap on what we focused on. Because I really do believe that a lot of this stuff is serious, but I think a lot of the stuff that we are taking serious is the joke. Like that's the joke to me when I start going, I don't really care about that. I'm not really buying into that. But the more we all actually learn and take this time to get more invested as teachers, as educators in life, meaning you are a person that has something to teach another person. The way we need to start approaching this and preparing for this is understanding what your job is. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to stress out so much.